National Guard Armory. Anybody who's not, we will be most part, which I have renamed. Surprise. In case you're wondering what my guns are, after I renamed them. That was a combat shotgun. That was the big boy. It is now the nuclear rod. And Adrian was the overseer. I named it Adrian after kind of the whole Rocky thing. Rocky's in trouble, he wins, whatever. You know, Adrian! You know, my go-to gun. So let's do this. I've already cleared some of the outside, including the nasty little gun up on top. Anybody who doesn't realize it, it's really close to your territory, your settlement county crossing. So let's go in. Oh yeah, and Kate's with me. She has one of the very best melee weapons you can get in this game. The General Chow's Revenge. What makes General Chow better than some of the others? Well, it's a sword which makes it a medium speed, whereas some of the other more powerful ones are slower. Meaning she's going to do a lot more damage with her speed than she'd ever do with the power. And the fact that the sword does an extra 50% against robots. Oh. And Kate can take care of the other one.
Time to have some fun. Up close, disappeared.
Oh, we got us a legend right here. He's gonna get all our points. First one got his first power. He mutated. Miss. Hit. Hit. And that's a new legend for me. Thanks, Kate. As I always suggest, wow, refills your action points on critical hits. That's a... But as soon as you get a legendary, always quick save. You pick up a bobblehead, you pick up a legendary, you quick save right away. No, in actuality, there's nothing down here that we actually need anymore. But there is another mission in here that we could get. You can also take her laser if you want it, and she's got a chest piece and a nice outfit, and as you can see, it's a shame she's dead, but anyhow. We'll go on upstairs, because there's something up there that we want. Walk around on what's left of the floor. Move this over in here. Look at that. In the desk. Password. Might as well have some smokes. That's one thing I'm missing at the new settlement over there. County Crossing. Don't have cloth, so got everything else. Oh, and by the way, those of you who play and don't mind exploit cheats, I know that there used to be 2 exploits you could use against the vendors. They fixed one of them pretty much immediately. The other one they've still yet to get to. but they're going to do it eventually. So if you want to use that exploit and you don't want to play without it, you want all your characters to start out with, you know, certain things, a nice amount of stuff, I would suggest you go in and start about 6 characters and just take them straight to Diamond City. And I mean, don't use any of your perk points, which I know might be rough walking down there, but don't use any of your points. Use the exploit and get you some good stuff, some nice supplies, and then just go back to Sanctuary and start another one. Just do that 6 times, which, okay, that could be most of a day playing, but, you know, later down the road, when the exploit's gone, you're going to be happy that you have those 6 characters to start out with, and they have all the goodies you want to start out with. I also suggest that while the exploit's there, you use it to buy supplies and build yourself some water plants. Some 3rd tier water plants. I'm talking about the industrial level water plants that you need Science 1 to be able to build. You also build the same size generator, and you can build 2 of those industrial water plants for every 1 Big Mama generator that you build. You build at, say, the beach, the fort, and Sanctuary itself. All 3 of those have lots of water areas. You can get a good, well, depending on which location it is, but you can get a good 600 to 1,000 water in the settlement. I mean, at the top on your build list, it says how much water you're producing. You can turn that number anywhere from 600 to 1,000. You do that at 3 different locations, and you also take Cap Collector 1 and 2. You're producing a hell of a lot of water, and you can sell that water almost on a daily basis for just shit tons of caps. You add the buying and selling bobblehead, the barter one, and then the 3rd level of Cap Collector, which lets you invest, and it also increases the amount that they're going to have, the vendors are going to have. Which it doesn't say that, but it does. It does do that. Yeah, you'll be selling your water for more than 15 caps a piece, and you'll be making just shit tons of water at each location. So long after they patch the little exploit and all the little exploits, and be able to sell every bit of it. While the exploit's still in existence, I'm actually stockpiling water. I've got a box built beside my workbench, and I'm just putting the water in there. The day the exploit is gone, or any day between now and then that I just want to have a shit ton of caps to, you know, spend, I can go pull 200 or 300 water out of my box and run off and sell it. Now, if you run an automatic, they have one right here. It's always there. If you want to start out with an assault rifle, you want a good gun right from the beginning, all you got to do is go from Sanctuary over to here, which you can find this location easily because, right, when you come down from Sanctuary, if you do like I do, and you ignore the whole Concord mission from the beginning and just go to get your stores on the map, you're going to follow the highway down, and then you're either going to cross the railroad bridge through Orlando Station, or you're going to notice these 2 bridges, this one and this one, and realize that this bridge goes right down to a great big empty square, which is Diamond City. The entrance is right here. So You can go to Diamond City, do a bunch of missions, learn about a bunch of stuff. They'll give you the location of both the combat zone and Good Neighbor through conversation. I'm not sure where you get the combat zone one, that just always seems to pop up, but the Good Neighbor one you can get from its location from talking to Nick's secretary. You ask her about Skinny Malone, then the subject of Good Neighbor will come up, and you ask her about Good Neighbor, and voila, it's on your map. Yeah. But anyhow, to find this place is pretty easy because you've got a couple of settlements in the area. And also, you can see that tower from miles away on your compass. You know, if you just pretty much follow the water, which is not that far. I mean, there's Red Rocket. There's the beginnings of the water. So just stay on this side of the water until you find County Crossing, which you're going to see on your dial, on your compass. National Guard Armory is like right across the street from that. Diagonally, but it's right across the street. And there's the gun. I mean, it's in there every single time. So you don't want to start out and have to walk around with a 10mm that's not upgraded. You don't want the shitty, buckshot gun that they give you. Hit all those first locations up at the top, like most people suggest, like robot rehabilitation and whatnot. I posted a whole quick start video on the very beginning of the game, where you should go to begin with. I showed everyone how to, within 5 or 10 minutes of being alive, you can get a fusion core, power armor, and a Fat Man. After you're done running around doing all that stuff, if you want to follow the water down and, find this place, you can have an assault rifle. Which, okay, I might not care to run an assault rifle right now because I already got all the guns that I want. I mean, other than some legendaries that I might like to earn. But, yeah, for starting out, that assault rifle would be just awesome to have. You're in the single digits and you have an assault rifle already? I mean, that's why it's called Surprise You're Dead. You had no idea I was there, and they died. I'm actually pretty good at sneaking right now, and I'm only at level 20, and I haven't taken 1 point of sneak yet. I've taken I found quite a few of the covert magazines. I found a couple of those, and I have pretty high agility, which agility will make you just naturally make you sneak better. I see some frickin' meat cleaver with that thing. I know, what are you gonna do with 38 while you picking that up? Well, one, it sells, and two, if I am using the exploit at the vendors, I need something worthless to give them. So decided to shoot the wall on both sides of him so he could get up and start moving, and think maybe he has a chance to smack me one. Yeah. There should be a glowy one in here somewhere. I mean, he's not up here, but there are a few things in here. Not a lot to get excited about. Rat poison if you're gonna, you know, fool around with chemistry and all that nonsense.
I'm all for taking all we can.
Personally, I think that it's nice that you can cook and do chemistry. That's great, but all in all, it's, unless you just enjoy it that much, it's just a big waste of time. Because you're not gonna... There's not much that you're gonna make that you couldn't just go buy. I mean... Grape Mentex and Orange Mentex are maybe the only exception.
Here, I'll save this for you.
Look at that, she one-whacked him.
Psst. Sure. Just keep your shirt on. Drop them. Shamblers, take them down. Up close, personal. You're gonna regret it.
One of my other characters, actually
Over there.
found a whole set of ghoul killing stuff. Like, I had a day where I was just on a tear. Everything I found was, you know, ghoul killing. I had a ghoul killing sword, a ghoul killing 44, a rifle, a shotgun, another weapon. It was all stuff just got bonuses against ghouls. You're gonna do a sneak attack. You're gonna do a crit in that attack. I suggest making the first shot that it is gonna be a sneak attack. Make that shot the crit shot because, you know, you'll bonus the crit instead of something else.
You wouldn't hit a girl, would ya?
I didn't even have to tell her. Recognize these posters? That one was in Fallout 3 and I think in Fallout 2. And that one's very similar to one in Fallout 2 and in New Vegas. I mean Fallout 3 in New Vegas. Here we go, there it is.
Nice.
Covert Ops manual. Man, I just find these things. There's a co-op ops magazine, or a covert ops magazine, I should say, in a location. I'm just gonna frickin' sense it and go in and get it. It's just the way it works out. Be walking across the wasteland and be like, wait a minute, I really want to go in that building for some reason. And it usually works out that there's a covert ops magazine in there or something along those lines. God, I just got underweight and I see a clock I want to get. Okay, Kate. Oh boy. I can't wait. I usually wait till about 30 or 40 before I nothing big. I usually wait till about 30 or 40 before I dump the follower and start going as a lone wanderer. You know, I'll use and abuse them and then toss them aside.
Hey, what is it?
Grab that.
I'm on it, Captain.
So some people I know date. Use and abuse and toss them aside. Well, maybe not abuse, but you know. You know what I mean. So there's going to be a few extra things probably outside to clear. And if I pull around out back, there's a robot back there that I can actually piss off. Can you do, Drew? I know I'm only level 20 and my scope's not shaking all over the place every time I shoot. Well, that's a combination of things. I took sniper perks pretty close to the beginning. I've got the first 2 levels of sniper. I've also got a piece of armor on that I bought that helps steady my aim. So between the sniper perks and the steady aim and all that nonsense, yeah, my scope's not gonna move around too much. Oh sure, let's throw out the big mama. Let's put her in here though. Don't even really want a pump here, but because I've got the other one, so. But we'll keep it. Why not? Actually, one of my other ones I built up on that where the it kind of goes up, but then you end up having to take out most of the fence and everything. So I don't know. Maybe up here. big fan of the flooring that has the pylons on it, because I really hate it when you have a house that's, you know, always looking like that, where it's hanging off like that, and it looks like that more than half the house because it can't sit on level ground. I fucking hate that. I see people all the time who post videos who are like, or post pictures who are like super proud of their house, and you can see like the obvious flaws of, you know, more than half their house is sitting off the ground. It drives me nuts. I want to build a house that makes sense. So, da-da-da-da-da. This is why I put that little divot in the roof, so that I could actually figure out a way to get some power distributed.
get back to Diamond City. Biggest town I know.
Hey guys, welcome. I have to get a shipment of cloth from Grey Garden. The duck doesn't have cloth. Plus, you elevate your houses a little bit. It makes it harder for like bad guys and melee guys to run in and do things to things. I think I'll make this little area over here like a sitting area. And then the rest of the building will be a bedroom. Yeah. Yet another level up. Wow. Yeah, the little shack that's there is just going to be a complete sitting area. It'll be a hangout shack. Yeah. Grey Garden yet. But I know where Abernathy Farm is. It's right in there somewhere too. I don't really want to get that place on either. Not a lot of choices. Doesn't the lady at... I think the chick at Covenant sells... Oh. I have Covenant because you can't have the bathhouse and not have Covenant, because, I mean, it's just across the yard. You find that boathouse and you didn't find Covenant. You've got issues. Issues that no amount of tutoring or talk therapy or anything's gonna help. Which, by the way, anybody know that the mission that you get at Covenant, the human error, is actually a source of infinite money? Yeah. You go to the end of it, you refuse the doctor's proposal, you go over to the computer, release the hostage, you talk to Dan, he gives you 300 caps, you back away from him, don't continue the conversation. Then when you talk to him again, I give you another 300 caps. Back away, talk to him again, I give you another 300 caps. You can just keep rinsing and repeating. 300 caps, 300 caps, 300 caps, 300 caps. You can have, like, you know, 1,000,000 some caps in no time flat.
I really shouldn't talk to you.
Just a little time consuming, because he's giving it to you 300 at a time. Hey look, a chair. Dan really wants to talk to us.
From around here?
Maybe one of these days, sometime soon, I'll make a video of that. Show you guys how to,
Oh. Hi.
you know, exploit the little Dan cheat. That chick is at her post, but the door's not open.
From around here? Got it.
Oh, the doctor's gonna open the door. I was just about to make Kate pick it.
If you're hurting, just tell the
Which, by the way, anybody
Hey, Penny.
out there
You
who
here to shop?
is wondering,
Let me see what you got.
you should run with
Find
Kate.
better quality
She's
anywhere.
badass at melee, she's a fun companion, and she can pick locks. She can pick master locks. You think that she can't pick master locks, you're wrong. She picks them for me all the time. It may take her a couple of tries. Yeah, this ain't gonna do. But she will open a master lock, and that's a few points at the beginning of your game that you're putting into lockpicking that you don't have to. You can put it in other stuff and save those points for later, you know. Later, if you want to run by yourself and anything, okay, then you can put some points into lockpicking and worry about it. But you don't need to put any points in lockpicking if you have the opportunity to run with Kate. I have two weapons, as badass as they are right now, because I didn't have to waste points with lockpicking because Kate can open the locks. I might not be at that level on the weapons right now, or not have something else that I took. Alright, since I did have the spaceship crash earlier, so Orlando Station, go through the little thing and head due east. I do mean due east. Stay east. See this collapse of crap? You go with the crash spaceship, alright. Well, if I didn't know it, I would have to do it the old way. If you look on the ground, it's a lot easier to see at night. During the day it's kind of hard to see, but around dusk, early evening, when it's still a little bit light but it's getting dark, you come here and you can see the blood pretty easily with your Pip-Boy light. I mean, unless you got it tuned to some weird color, but even with light green, you can see that blood. I mean, not that you can't see it during the day. I mean, look, there it is. But, yeah. Anyways, if you follow the trail around, up and around and back, it's going to come right down there and come to that log, which is going to lead you to this cave. You want to kill this dude without him getting up if you can help it. If he doesn't fire any shots, he doesn't waste any of your ammo. I'll explain that in a minute. I got him to get up. There. He never seen me, so he never fired a shot. Now he has the alien blaster on him. And the reason you don't want him to shoot at you is because he'll waste some of your ammo. And that ammo is like super hard to come by. I mean, yes, the gun can be converted to take,
Don't leave anything behind.
you know, regular energy weapon ammo. ECs, but yeah, it loses a little bit of the power and potency, and it doesn't have the same rate of disintegration as the original, you know, ammo gives it. That's an emergency gun right there. So we'll go back to Orlando Station. We use Orlando Station as our starting point. Oh yeah, always quick save after you grab something that's legendary. So we want to go back up and go across this bridge, because up here somewhere is Grey Gardens and we need cloth. So we're going to go down here. We probably could just follow the tracks, because they go right across that bridge, which is where we want to go. So yeah, the track's right outside of Orlando Station, and they pretty much lead us where we want to go. So most things you're looking for, if you can just get in the general area, you can see it appear on your that was an alpha, and she clipped him, and then she got one good shot in on him, and he was done. I mean, I haven't even like powered her up by giving her the Gornak costume, but you can get that Gornak costume from Hubris Comics, which is right off of the Boston Commons downtown. You can find it real easy. Just walk around Boston Commons to each one of the side streets and duck in, and look left and right for Uber's Comics, and if it's not there, then you need to go down to the next block. Alright, we will be cheating this cloth away from Super Edge Green, by the way.
Green.
We really don't want to do the mission with the Meyer Lurks, so
Yeah, alright.
we're gonna avoid the main supervisor like he's carrying the plague. You know, he has shipment of cloth, and that's what we need. So, give him that. Put our list on junk because we want to be able to see it. Go over to cloth. X and square at the same time. Shipment of cloth moved over and it says confirm the trade. Yeah. I had the money to buy it anyways, so I didn't have to do it that way. And, you know, if you have the money, it's going to pay for it, but even with zero money, I still could have got the cloth. Just give them one item and then hit X and square at the same time to choose it, to choose whatever you want to buy. And yeah, over to your inventory. It's a little harder with multiple items, but you know, one item at a time, it's pretty easy to get. Where the hell was I? Oh, it's County Crossing. I don't want to forget. And there's another trick too. Yeah, I forget exactly how it goes, but it works out something like this. You take everything out of your workbench when you have some papers, like I have papers on cloth, and then you highlight the top paper and you hit all your face buttons at the same time. Triangle, X, and triangle, X, and square, and it should put a copy of the paper into your box. And you take that out and put it in a separate box that you build, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. You can make, like, you know, 400 copies of your whatever shipment you have. Well, you can make potentially more than that, but I don't think I'd ever want to be on, say, 400. Really? I hate putting down sleeping bags, but they can walk across sleeping bags, so if you got tight quarters, maybe put beds in the back and sleeping bags in the front so they can all walk out. Now, I'm actually 10 short. Yeah, I only have 4 people and I have 10 beds, but I'm counting this as being 10 short. 11 really, because no matter what settlement you have, you're going to need 21 beds eventually, so why not just count them all as needing 21 beds and be a lot happier. There's a bench with a back, but it costs more steel. You know, they'll have a place where they can sit that's out of the rain. Okay, and give me a little bit of copper too. We get resources, but I need steel. If I had artillery grenades, knock one of those cars into my zone. Steel is often the thing that you're not going to have enough of when you're playing this damn game. Alright. Let's take a look at my stats. 10 beds, 50 defense, 30 power, 13 power, 40 water, 15 food.
Got it. Sure.
Let's get to work. I put that over there because on the front side you have protection from that tree. And I really want him to be able to look left and right more than forward. And I don't want him blocking my gun with his little stand. I often, in like wide open areas like this one, I'll give the guy who's standing guard like a rocket launcher or something. I would never do that at like Sanctuary or somewhere else where I have houses and close quarters. Because they could be chasing the bad guy into one of those houses. And I mean, you got your other citizens in there with you, and the guy's firing a rocket launcher inside the house. I mean, one time a raider or a scorpion attacks your settlement, and half your fucking citizens are dead. Because he'll kill them by firing a rocket indoors. Here, you know, I've only got the 2 shacks. Most of the time, if he's going to fire, it's going to be out here in the wide open. So, you know, he can have a rocket launcher if he wants one. And by the way, I'll use that fire for the thing. Have this just be like a campfire. Not so bad. It's not a bad start for a settlement. Really. I mean, I've had worse. Had ones that I pretty much ignored until they were so unhappy that they left, or, you know, somebody took them out. This, unfortunately, is not going to be one of those settlements, so. I could adjust that later, where that's placed, and I could probably fit another one in there. I think I've put 2 in there before. Actually, I think I squeezed 2 of the big ones in there, and I think right on the edge, I played around with it long enough that I got one of the medium-sized ones in there too. But it takes quite a bit of, you know, playing around with it. And also, before you build a bunch of artillery guns in the area, if you come out here with your artillery grenades, you can use them to, you smack them into these cars and they just bounce. And you can bounce all these cars into your building zone, like into where they're green, and you know, salvage them. Then you have a nice clear 4-way stop for your guns to aim at and for your guys to see, and all the Brahmin and packs that are going through the area don't have to cut through the yards. They can walk through here. But you need to make sure that you careful and don't do it when you have a bunch of cannons around. I see a bunch of little places, little settlements, little places that could be excellent settlements. This place would make a pretty good settlement. I mean, you already got wild and meaty fruit growing. You get the foundation for 2 houses. It's close to the bridge. There's another foundation up here if you want to include that. It's got 2 road accesses. And if they're nice, they'd extend it to where you could actually reach the water, which unfortunately they don't always do. I don't know how many of the settlements are like right on the water, or they're a settlement that's surrounded by water by 3 sides or something. And because of the way it's set up, you can't put water filtration in the water, which, you know, if these people had that technology and they were setting up a place to live and they were surrounded on 3 sides by water, you know damn well they'd make use of that water and that technology. But you can't. Because the green line ends like, you know, a foot from the water.
I've heard of another settlement that's in trouble. I'll mark it on your map.
This is why
What we can get. So see
this
what you can do to
bastard
help.
is usually told to leave Sanctuary. I don't want to accidentally run into him and get a fellable mission. Like I just got. Oh, bitch.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
Hey,
Can you get off my workbench?
what are you building?
None of your damn business. That's what I'm building. I'm building a whole bag of suck my dick. How about that? Yeah, I gotta be able to do anything with that. Look at that. That's fucking sick. I'm 35 on regular damage and a 15 on electrical damage. I'm not even a melee character, so imagine if I was melee. I had some strength and melee ability. That'd be a fucking sick blade. And with the refills of my action points from crits, I mean, I had luck to that, and I'm able to take a, let's see, Grim Reaper, the 4-leaf clover one, and critical banker. I would basically be able to constantly crit the hell out of somebody and just keep smacking them. Because crits would lead to more crits, which would lead to more crits, and I'd just keep, every time I'd crit, I'd get my action points back. So, and every time I crit or get my action point back, I'd be on the verge of firing one of my, you know, luck abilities up, and, you know, add more crits to my list. So, you know, that Relentless Chinese Sword could get pretty sick, actually. But I already have a melee character. Couple, actually. And I built this one to, I'm building this one to be a sneaky sniper. And, not a melee. But none of my melee characters have that sword. But if they did, it would be fucking sick. They need a claptraps locker like in Borderlands, where characters can put weapons in there and other characters can go, your other characters can go to that locker and pull them out. They need a claptrap secret stash. That would be fucking awesome. My melee guy would tear ass with that. Make it up right away too. But her? Nope. I forget to build a bathtub. Yeah. Oh, he's not gonna pass up food. He's a cow and he's got 2 heads to feed, so he's gonna head right for that motherfucker. Oh, look at him stop. I'm not that hungry now that you mention it. You know, one thing that bugs me about them sleeping in my house over here, and in the conversation they say that I can visit whenever I want to. You know, my character's female, so me and my husband might have bought this house 200 years ago, but we still bought this house, and we never sold it, so 200 years or not, this is my house, bitches. You can come visit me if you want to. Make a decision on what we're doing next here. Yeah, start's not going to help us do that. Well, obviously we're going to have to take care of the ghoul problem, because the beach is like one of my favorite spots, so I definitely don't want to lose that or upset them. That's actually my first settlement. Maybe my second. Yeah, this is my second settlement. And because I knew where it was, it's a great place to build industrial water plants, and yeah, I went right after it. I was already out there swimming, because I was putting the atom cats on the map and getting the black bobblehead.
What seems to be the problem?
A pack of feral ghouls have holed up nearby. Some of them have started wandering out lately. If more of them start wandering out this way, we may be overrun. We need someone to clear them out.
I already cleared that place out.
You did? That's a relief. It's been hard on everyone, having to keep an eye over our shoulder all the time. Lady, you and the Minutemen have our gratitude. And our support.
Yeah. Well, see. I played this game enough that I can starting to predict what missions are going to be coming up. Well, that's a hell of a lot of concrete. This makes a lot of concrete and wood. I gotta check something real quick. Yeah, what is up with the carrots? I don't know why, but the carrots sometimes are super multicolored. Gourds. Mudbird's not even on the list. Here it is. And I don't have any with me, but so I guess I'll let them continue working on the gourds for now. But all my settlements, eventually I pull up whatever they got planted and store it in the bench, and I replant mudfruits. They're the most productive, and I want as many build numbers as possible so I can build water and defenses, and then still have enough to build, you know, stores and everything else they're gonna need. So I want my food to be as productive for the least amount of plants as possible, and that's mudfruit. And since I don't give a damn about cooking and chemistry, well, not anymore, I don't need a variety of plants to choose from for that stuff, so yeah, nut fruit. Assign 3 or 4 people to it, and you know, get on with my life. Just clean this place up. Funny that they got all that beach and that technology for water filtration at their disposal, and they've probably got well, probably the biggest beachfront in the game, the most water access, except for maybe I don't know, the fort would be pretty close. You could have 1,000 water at the fort really easily. Just have to have the supplies. Probably gonna start broadcasting pretty soon, because I'm gonna do I'm gonna have a little cheat fest so that I can build this place up. I'm gonna use the vendor perk that still works and get a bunch of supplies and wait 2 days and do it again and wait 2 days and do it again, and then I'm gonna come back here and just build like a fucking madman. So I'll have a house, I'll have water filtration like at least halfway up the beach probably, and some pretty nice defenses would be probably a good thing to build. So yeah. I kind of doubt that anybody wants to sit and watch me basically sit on a bench and wait for 2 days and then do the cheat. Sit on a bench and wait for 2 days. You know, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. That'd probably be pretty boring. Don't mind having some obstacle for people who are undating, but I can't have it all curvy and stuff like that. I need to have build spaces, so it'd be nice if I could build at least one defensive tower while I'm gone. Nope. There's a car that I always take out. You know, artillery. Haven't got that mission yet, so. But when I do, just a review in case you didn't get to see any of my beginning of this character. How I always start with my characters now is I do some basics in Sanctuary. I pretty much ignore Red Rocket, just go to the edge of the Red Rocket property to get the dog. Then I walk the water up to the robot disposal ground, I hit the satellite array. Sometimes I'll go ahead and go over and get Tempest Bluff on the map, but usually I'll just go down past Thicket, not into it, but past it. and try and find the Drumlin Diner. Yeah. Straight down from there to find the Drumlin Diner. And then from there, you usually either cross the railroad bridge that I crossed a little bit ago and get Vault 81 on my way to Diamond City, or I cut over, finding the bridge in the water, and go straight to Diamond City. Then I'll get a decent companion like Piper, and Piper can run with me while I go get Vault 81, or go off and try and find the combat zone. And Good Neighbor. After Good Neighbor's been located and Kate's been gotten, I'll swim out and find the Boston Airport. Then I'll go over and get the beach on the map. Then I'll backtrack and swim down to the port. By then my radiation is pretty good, so I'll start taking some right away. Then I'll swim from the port over to Warwick's homestead, and then I'll swim out to the edge of the island over here where the tugboat is. Sometimes it doesn't even count as being on the island, so it doesn't show up, but the tugboat has the Luck bobblehead. I'll grab that, transport back to Warwick's, and then swim across to the Atom Cats, where I can pick up the unarmed bobblehead and get the Atom Cats on and they'll usually give you a mission to go to the Warwick, so kill that mission real quick. Now if you're feeling cocky and you want to try it, I have, and then I haven't also, but right across from the Warwick's main gate there's if you look out the main gate, you can see a ship that's kind of half crashed. That ship below is infected with Mirelurks, and above is infested with some pretty badass raiders. But he's also got the agility bobblehead at the very end on the top level. And when I say the very end, I mean it is on the actual nose of the ship, on the very edge of the ship. So he's doing like a little balancing act on the nose of the ship. Yeah. So within like minutes of being alive, probably 2 hours of actual walking time and swimming time, a couple hours, your character can have 3-4 stores, a couple settlements, and about 3 bobbleheads with 2 more on the verge of being located. And we're talking about day 1 in the first few hours. So then you can, since you're in Diamond City, or you have Diamond City, and you've probably got the mission to save Nick, and you probably found that sewer or vault entrance on your way up to Good Neighbor, or on your way to Combat Zone, either one. You can go ahead and do the mission with Nick and get that out of the way, or this is the time you can go back and finish up setting up Sanctuary. I usually set up Sanctuary. I usually have 5-6 people in there before I even go to Concord, and the place is already done. It's got water, it's got power, it's got beds, it's got defenses. That way when I do the Concord mission, I found a fusion core in the satellite station. I also found another set of power armor up there, and stuff like that. So the Concord mission is going to be super easy because you're probably going to be at like somewhere between 8 and 10 on your level by now. If you took the Idiot Savant perk as your very first perk, you're at 9 or 10. And you can go on down to do your Concord mission now. And with Sanctuary already set up, they're going to arrive. They're going to give you a mission to either find... Preston's going to give you a mission to either find Tempest Bluff or possibly Overland Station. And he's going to tell you to go talk to Sturgis. Sturgis has the mission to set up Sanctuary. And since you already did all that before you even went to Concord, I mean, this is going to be a super easy level up possibility. I mean, this is going to be a mission that they set up to make you do, and you know, take a couple hours running around getting the stuff to do it. But you already did all that stuff, so you're basically going to talk to him. He's going to tell you to do something as far as setting up Sanctuary, and then you're going to talk to him again and tell him you did it. And you get points, and he tells you the next thing. And then you tell him again, you talk to him again, tell him you already did it. After about 10 seconds of this, he says, it's been a long road, but yeah, I think it's alright. And, you know, he says some other stuff. And he gives you buku points for how low a level you are. And there's a chance the Idiot Savant perk will fire off too, and if it does, you're gonna put on like 2 or 3 levels, almost 3 levels in the matter of about 10 seconds. So you're gonna be between 10 and 13, have sanctuaries just set up, and you know, haven't really done any missions yet except for when you went to Concord. So, and you have all the stores that you can access now, and you have bobbleheads already. You have magazines probably. Now might be a good time to do what I was suggesting earlier and follow that water and pick up another gun at the National Guard. Or you can go up from there and find Finch Farm. Straight across from water from there. On the water, there's a door that leads to the pump house. Gainer's in there. You can pick that up. And you can go on up to the slug and get that on the map. And Parsons State's like right above there, so after you run around down here in the city for a while and, you know, get yourself some more levels, then you'll be able to transport back to the slug anytime you want and kill the guards at Parsons. And after you kill all of the guards at Parsons, you can go to Bunker Hill and then the bars at the other 2 places and look for Edward, the you know, the manservant at Covet House. You know, he's like Jack Cabot's #1 guy, and they'll give you the mission for Cabot House, and you do all the missions for Cabot House, and they'll give you the Charisma bobblehead and the artifact gun. You just have to make sure that you're always nice to him, and you know, don't try and do anything illegal or dirty to Jack, and you'll get the Charisma bobblehead. You'll probably get some level up points on your way there doing the missions. Plus, you'll get the artifact gun at the end. Plus, you can come back to Cabot House after you're all done with them, and that house has all kinds of loot in it. Especially in the basement. There's even a Fat Man in the basement if you don't have one by this point. But talking salvage, you know, Cabot House has a lot in it. I know there's a lot of what do they call it? Ceramic There's metal, there's a little copper, there's tons of it. But one of the things I always do after I find cabot houses, I run and I find the church and I find Pickman's Gallery, and I usually go ahead and go in the church and clear that and meet the railroad. I think I was level 5 the last time I met the railroad, because all you gotta do is clear some goals and you know, put railroad into the dial and you're in. So yeah. So this ends our broadcast day. Thanks for watching.